This is unbelievable in here.
I think also I'm starting to understand this whole ancestor connection thing because I grew up in such a society that is so, well, America's huge and our roads are huge and our cars and all that, and everything is huge. There's all this big space and separateness, and so one of the first things we did was separate, and so we live in these isolated little homes away from multi-generational family situations. And I've always wondered growing up about how people just worship their ancestors, and I'm like, you don't need them. We have technology. We're smart now. We don't need those stories. Like, I'm getting it now.
Many souls have perished here. Look at the skeleton in the floor.
The importance of ancestry and ancestors and where we came from. It gives you this sense of not being isolated, floating out alone in this harsh, cruel world. Like, it anchors you to some deeper wisdom and truth. And
it's unbelievable.
That sounds so weird and wooey, but like,
that's spirituality.
I can't deny that the Nordic shit that I feel when I see Nordic art and hear Nordic music, and there's something going on deep in me that's resonating with it.
Wow, look at that. It's so good.
It's in my DNA and it's resonating in me somehow. And I feel my ancestors and I feel them speaking through this mushroom now that I touch it and smell it and have it in my life and I consume it. And when I trip on it, they're there. I talk to them, they're there.
Like the woman there with the sword.
I get to see them and listen to their wisdom, and they explain things. I'm like, oh my God, that makes so much sense. And that explains this thought or that confusion and that thing I thought about. And so what if then we also had another way to deal with grief and death in those trips? And what if we were just making up that we saw them? So what if we were making it up? At least we got to see them and talk to them and work out somehow in our own heads that they're okay, I'm okay, and they're not gone. They live in here, in our hearts, and in how we live our lives because of them.
That is incredible.
But what if they do exist somewhere and we're going and visiting them? Just the fact that we could have that experience so that death isn't the end. And that would also explain why different indigenous cultures aren't as devastated by the loss of someone. Not that it doesn't hurt, but they always say it's not the end. They're still here. And I always thought they were just making that shit up.
It's just insane.
What if they're really seeing them on these journeys? Like, then they're still here. And what a better society we would be if our loved ones weren't just poof, gone.
Oh my God, it's unbelievable though, isn't it, this?
People get so caught up in what's real on, like, you know, when you say something like that, oh, I had an experience with the mushroom and I connected with the ancestors, and people go, oh, well, it's not really ancestors. Like, this is why I kind of say, it doesn't matter whether it was real. I experienced it. I felt it.
It's unbelievable in here. It really is. I've never seen anything like it.
Who gives a fuck how real it was? My life is now better, and I can, you know, I can move on from that.
So wait until you see when I turn this camera around here. It's unbelievable. Wow, look at that. It's so good. Like the woman there with the sword, the big dragon, that is incredible. Oh man, that is one of the most impressive things I've ever seen. Look at the size of this dragon. How do they do this? They must take forever. The whole thing's a dragon and it ends down here. Oh my God, that is insane. Unbelievable. It's so good, isn't it, this? Look at this, like castle walking through.